Like, one of the things about jiu-jitsu, this is a very important lesson for anybody who knows jiu-jitsu, because a lot of people don't like this aspect of jiu-jitsu. Some people have this meathead idea that the way to get good at jiu-jitsu is to go against the hardest guys, get your ass kicked, and that's how you learn. Actually, that's the wrong way to learn. The best way to get good at jiu-jitsu is to strangle blue belts. You go and you find people that are just learning, but they're not as good as you, and you choke the fuck out of them. That's how you get really good at your technique. And people say, well, that's bullying. Well, it is important for the blue belt to, at some point, spar with black belts. It is important, because or purple belts or brown belts, because you need to know that there's a higher level of proficiency, there's a higher level of skill, and then there's a shorter distance in between points that these guys are hitting. They're cutting the chase, they're capitalizing on very small openings, and they clamp down, and when they capitalize on these small openings, they get submissions quicker. So you have to know that there are guys that are better. That's important. But to drill, the most important thing is drilling. And when you drill with like someone of your level, and you just practice on each other. Like, you choke me, and you'll do it like twice, and I'll choke you, I'll do it twice, and it's just practice. And maybe you'll resist like 50%. Like, sometimes, like, when you're doing a drill and I'll pretend to be resisting, I'll resist like a little bit so that you strangle me and choke, because that simulates real life, simulates how it'd be, and you're supposed to be building your muscle memory. But the real way to do it, after you do that, to get it really sharp, is to practice on people with a limited amount of proficiency, just to choke the shit out of them. So that's like the way that you ultimately get better, is to practice on people that aren't quite as good as you. And then you eventually develop, and you get to a point where, that seems kind of impractical. The idea by that is, the real problem with that is, if you're in a school and say you're the only white belt and everybody else is a brown belt or a black belt, and you're training with them, fuck, man, you might not ever get good. Like, you just might get wrecked all the time. And that's the idea with kids that are in sports that are so much younger than everyone else in their class. Or if you're pretentious and you're precocious and they bring you into class early, he skipped a grade. So you're in 7th grade now, Billy. Well, you got to go to 7th grade football? Good luck, you little fuck. Yeah. You're going to get run over.